What's up, everybody? I wanted to go ahead and talk about something that has been kind of in my mind for like the past couple of days. Okay, so a little history lesson here. I was an extra in that movie Thunderstruck and MTV Scream. I was actually going to be an extra in more things, but I didn't have a car at the time. but so my extras career faltered. Also, check it out. Yeah, one of these things is not like the other. Um, But like I go to like conventions and stuff like that to try to meet up with industry guests and things of that nature. And the thing that will always sort of like really get to me is the fact that I don't understand how people can be fans of like performers and stuff like that. Like I ain't gonna get, I'm not gonna seriously put up a front and say that they're not entertaining because they are. A lot of performers, a lot of athletes, a lot of these people, they are ridiculously entertaining. But I don't understand why anybody would want to be a fan of any of these folks because like first off, for me, I'm gonna just speak for me. I would never. I don't think I could be a fan of a lot of people. I enjoy their work, but you'll never see like if I ever have a room of my own, you're never gonna see me putting up a poster or a picture of anybody on my walls. You're not gonna ever see me, like try to put that much emphasis on a celebrity or anything that they do, unless of course what they're doing is in some way actually affecting the nation or myself. Got dust all over the place. In any case, one of the big reasons why is because, and it's not like it's not like I'm hating on them for anything. It's not like I'm saying, oh, they their favorite, the heck with them. But I just don't know these people. My whole thing about celebrities and rich people in general is that like they go out of their way to hide from poor people or normal people and things of that nature. Like, and they have good reason to. Normal people and poor people are crazy weird, bro. Like, there's guys who will look at a picture of a girl in a bikini and say, "Man, I would love to lick her armpit," and it's just, dude, you're weird. This is the reason why people like this don't want to talk to any of us. And it's stuff like that that just always kind of gets to me. But the thing is that like I don't think I could ever be a fan of somebody I don't know, and that's the part that will always sort of bother me a little bit. Like I don't think I could be a fan of somebody. Like I'm not necessarily saying that I'll probably never get to know them, but like if it's their choice, I probably never will. But another thing too is that like the more you actually do sort of encounter them, like I said, I go to conventions and stuff like that. I actually sort of mildly interact with these people in some form or fashion, and it's like you see them and you encounter them, and it's like they're normal people too. It's not like they're walking gods or anything like that. It's not like they're the pinnacle of this sort of social concept that we have. They're not perfect individuals in any way. They're just normal people who happen to have a little bit more money, or if not a lot more money, than regular people do. And some of these people are equally as weird. Like I'm convinced that like if a lot of actors and performers and athletes and things like that weren't like rich and famous, there would probably be the weirdest coworkers that you would ever have at your job. Like I could imagine how weird Jason Momoa would be to work with. Like I don't know, at like a buffet joint or something like that. I hear like if it was me, I can only imagine the dude who plays Superman. I forgot his name, but he was a dude who played Superman, and now he's a guy in The Witcher. Like I remember reading somewhere that he one time just got out of rehearsal by faking sick so he could play some computer game, and it's like he's a regular dude. He's a regular dude, man. It's like it's funny because anybody would like people would do that sort of thing. But like but I'm just saying it's just like my whole thing is that like when you sort of these people, I feel like these people just shouldn't be put on a pedestal because they're just normal people who got loaded off of something that they could cash in on, be it their their physical prowess, or the fact that they have a lot of money to just spend to make themselves better, or stuff like that. It's just like I just don't feel like there should be. I can never like go crazy for anyone. Like I don't know if I could ever like just see somebody and just go, oh my God, it's them. Although I mean, I would never say never because, but like I just don't see that happening to me in this lifetime or the next. But that's only because like I say, yeah, if I see a celebrity, I'm not gonna see a celebrity. I'm just gonna see Joe Schmo with a lot of dough. So yeah, that ain't me. I guess because another thing too is that I myself am trying to become famous as well. And the big reason why I want to become famous is so I can have enough money to help out people that I care about because like I have all these plans and I can't do them because I'm poor. So and I don't want to ask people for money. I don't want to be like, hey, go fund me and I'll do these things for you. Because it like me asking for money is just never went anywhere before, so I'm not trying to do that. But I will ask for fame and views and likes and things like that if I have to in order to get myself situated some kind of way. But yeah, I can never be a fan of celebrities. We just I mean they're cool, but it's like like for example, if you told me, hey, celebrity number A has a baby, I'll be like, with DD, an attractive rich person has a child. Nothing against them. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have a kid or that there's a bad thing. It's just that why are you telling me this? I mean, attractive people have kids all the time. Rich people have kids all the time. Attractive and rich people have kids all the time. I mean, it's not news. Did you hear that celebrity said, "Nah, I don't care." They're celebrity. Like if I could, like, to put this in perspective, I think Keanu Reeves is awesome. I loved the Bill and Ted series. I loved The Matrix. I think that Keanu Reeves is just overall a really cool dude. But if Keanu Reeves just like popped up at the front door, and it was like, hey, you want to go hang out? I'd be like, okay, Keanu Reeves, what do you want to do? I wouldn't be like, oh my God, Keanu Reeves up the door. Like, what do you want to do, bro? First off, why are you here? How did you know where I live? Are you sure you're at the right house? Are you going to rob me? You're not taking my soul, are you? I am not eating any pills. I'm just saying, like, it's just stuff like that. So, and to put this in perspective, I think Keanu Reeves is a cool person and everything like that. But if you told me, hey, by the way, Keanu Reeves, every so often he goes into the bayou of Louisiana and literally just kills an alligator and just eats it raw, like like no cooking or anything. I'll just be like, I mean, he's a rich dude. Rich people are weird, man. Like you can literally tell me that any rich dude does anything completely bizarre, awkward, or just plain awful, and I would just believe it because rich people are weird people. Like you can tell me that Will Smith was an alien the entire time, and I would just be like, well, he's rich. Rich people can afford to be aliens. I don't know where I was going with this, but I feel like this is a ramble. But yeah, I could never be a fan of anyone. Maybe